Good day. So today we have a video titled Developing Walkable Cities, an overview of how sustainable cities are important in the 21st century. So let's first look at our team members. So there's me, Muhammad Arman, there's Chia with me, there's Muhammad Azmi bin Nasron, Chong Jazza, and Sarah Samiha binti Muhammad Faizal. In this video, we will discuss about the problem statements, the objectives, the significance, the research methods that we have used, our findings, some discussion towards the findings, as well as the conclusion. So next, I'm going to talk about the problem statement of our study. So here, the core problem is that urban design that implements sustainable, inclusive, and environmentally friendly design is difficult to be utilized due to the continuous urbanization and population growth. Despite the global awareness of Sustainable Development Goal 11, which are sustainable cities and communities, many cities still rely heavily on private vehicles, which are cars, motorcycles, vans, personal vans, and this creates issues like traffic congestions, air pollution, greenhouse gas emissions, as well as social inequality. We want to tackle on ways where this problem can be solved. However, research has shown that while walkable cities have its own benefits, they are also not automatically successful, with challenges arises due to poor urban planning, unequal access to public transportation, as well as low public awareness about the value of walkability. There are, of course, again, these are the cons of the walkable city. However, there are, of course, a lot more pros that should be looked into, because a more walkable city means the citizens can and have more opportunities to be healthy. Therefore, there's a need for a better strategies and framework in trying to develop a more sustainable city. With a comprehensive framework is required by integrating good urban planning, effective energy usage, social inclusion, as well as accessibility. The solutions must be involved both. This solution must involve both scientific research as well as community perspective. This research aims to increase the awareness and the understanding of how walkable cities contribute to sustainability, as well as to help policymakers and planners, current and in the future, to adopt long-term strategies for solving urban problems. If this issue is not being tackled now, there are consequences such as worsening air quality, widening in socio-economic gaps between urban and suburban, especially rural area, a decline in public health, as well as environmental degradation. And of course, there's also the failure to achieve Social Development Goal number 11. So based on this problem statement, we formulated our strategy and we have come up with objectives. My team members will explain that next. Thank you.
My name is May and I will explain the objective. The first objective is to examine how walkable and sustainable cities contribute to the environment, social, and quality of life. A walkable city can reduce pollution, make cities safer, and help create more inclusive community. The next objective is to investigate the factors that influence urban walkability and sustainability. These factors include proper city planning, efficient transportation systems, health benefits, and accessibility for everyone, such as the elderly, people with disabilities, and low-income communities. Third objective is to identify and analyze the essential components of walkable city development. From there, the study aims to suggest ways on how cities can be more healthy and environmentally responsible. The significance of this study is very important in today's rapidly growing urban cities. First, walkable cities offer strong health benefits. People are more willing to walk when there are green spaces and safe pathways. This reduces the risk of diseases such as obesity. Next, walkability supports environmental and climate-related goals. By reducing dependence on private vehicles, walkable cities help lower traffic congestion and carbon emissions. Lastly, more walkable streets encourage community interaction, support local businesses, and improve the vibrancy of public spaces. It also promotes social equity by making it easier for people of all ages, incomes, and abilities to access essential services without needing a car.
Next, I'll explain the methodology used in our study. To understand how walkable and sustainable cities are perceived today, our group used mixed method research design. This approach helps us capture both measurable data and deeper insights about public awareness and attitudes. Our methodology consists of two main techniques. First, we conducted a literature review using reliable academic sources such as Google Scholar and Science Direct. We reviewed academic journals, government reports, and credible digital publication. The main theme focus were transportation and accessibility, renewable energy usage, environmental quality and social inclusivity, and public health. This allows us to identify key theories, past findings, and existing frameworks related to walkability, urban sustainability, public health, and city planning. Second, we use a questionnaire survey distributed through Google Forms. This collected real public perception and experience regarding walkability, including issues like infrastructure quality and environmental comfort. The survey included both closed-ended and open-ended questions. Closed-ended questions allow us to quantify opinions using percentage and mean scores. On the other hand, open-ended questions provided richer insights on what improvement the public wants to see in their cities. For our sample, we focus on the university students and young adults since they represent future policymakers, city planners, and active contributors to sustainable urban development. We use random sampling, and in total 51 respondents participated in our survey. Their demographic information such as age, gender, and current living environment was recorded to ensure a variety of perspective. For the analysis part, qualitative data, like I said, from literature and open-ended questions, they were analyzed using thematic analysis, helping us identify recurring ideas and concerns. Meanwhile, quantitative data were analyzed using descriptive statistics focused on frequency and percentage and mean values. And overall, this mixed method approach gave us a balanced understanding of both academic perspective and real community experience. It allows us to compare theories with public perception, which strengthen the reliability of our conclusion on walkable and sustainable cities.
Presenting Section 8, the findings of our study. This section focuses on the outcome of the study and reflects on our initial hypothesis regarding the public perception. So first, let's look at our data source. We gathered insights from 51 respondents, as you can see from the charts. Our sample is predominantly young and urban, and 55% of our respondents currently reside in urban areas, and over 50% of youth aged 15 to 20. This demographic is significant because these are the future residents who inherit and utilize these city infrastructures. Moving on to the core outcome, our research question asks, how does the public perceive their city's current walkability? We set a hypothesis predicting a low rating, specifically a mean score of 3.0 on a 5-point scale, and the actual result shows that the data highly supports our hypothesis. The mean score for current walkability came back at a 2.73 rating. This score is significantly below the neutral midpoint, indicating a failure in current urban design and to meet public needs. So why is the rating so low? We identified two critical barriers preventing people from walking. First, the physical barrier. As you can see, 65% respondents cited poorly maintained sidewalks, lack of safe crosswalks, and inadequate lighting as the number one preventive factor. And the second being the comfort barrier. 55% of respondents explicitly demanded increased greenery and shade. This data tells us that the problem isn't a lack of interest in walking, it is a lack of safe and comfortable infrastructure. And this brings us to our most critical insight, the gap between aspiration and reality. The public has a very high conviction in the benefits of walkability. They rated its contribution to sustainability goals at a 4.06 rating, and its contribution to safety at 3.9. However, look at the reality. The current walkability score is only at 2.73, and public awareness is even lower at 2.71. This proves that citizens believe in the concept of walkable cities, but they feel the implementation and education are currently failing them. So to summarize, we are looking at a high potential and low performance scenario. The public supports the idea, but the infrastructure is the constraint. Our findings suggest that simply promoting the idea of walkability is insufficient. To unlock the high potential shown in our data, policies must prioritize physical maintenance and green streetscaping. Thank you.
Given the urbanization of the 21st century, our respondents agree and support our hypothesis that walkable cities improve public safety, long-term sustainability goals, and green environmental initiatives. It's supported by Westenhofer and Baubade, who claim walkable cities improve overall social and personal health. Aparicio also claims that walkable cities reduce pollution and carbon emissions. In correspondence, 65 respondents have found a walkable and sustainable city unachievable due to lack of infrastructure quality. This is, for example, with poor sidewalks, lack of safe crossings, and insufficient as well as subpar lighting, making it unsafe. It's also noted that a mean of 2.71 out of 5 have low awareness of walkable and sustainable cities. Poor maintenance and weak suburban design are also consistent with global urban planning challenges described in past studies. Therefore, a more aggressive campaign to educate the public on sustainable and walkable city is highly recommended, as lack of awareness was one of the crucial elements that hinders the development of sustainable city. By comparing our results with past research, we found a very strong alignment similar to Baubade. Respondents in our survey highlighted the lack of safe connected pedestrian pathways as a major barrier to walkability. Issues such as poor maintenance, weak urban design, and unsafe crossings are consistent with global urban planning challenges supported in previous studies. Our findings also mirror Aparicio in where walkable cities were shown to significantly reduce pollution and carbon emissions. Likewise, the positive reviews on personal safety align with Westenhofer, who emphasized the mental and physical health benefits of walkable environments. Next, the results also reveal the public readiness for walkable city transformation. More than half of respondents, 54.9% to be exact, expressed a strong demand for greenery, natural shade, and improved public facilities. This shows that citizens are willing to support change, but infrastructural and educational gaps are significant. Without proper investment from government and local authorities, achieving Sustainable Development Goal 11 will be challenging. In conclusion, the study confirms our hypothesis. While the public clearly values the safety, sustainability, and health benefits of walkable cities, current conditions fall short. With an overall low walkability score of 2.75, infrastructure issues such as poorly maintained sidewalks, inadequate lighting, and unsafe crossings remain the biggest obstacle, combined with low public awareness. To move forward, cities need to prioritize repairing basic pedestrian infrastructure, improving lighting and crossing, and increasing shade and greenery. At the same time, awareness campaigns and public involvement in planning are essential to ensure long-term, community-supported improvements. In short, the potential for walkable, sustainable cities is high, but strategic action is needed to bridge the gap between what people want and what currently exists. Thank you.